Hey, Void. Sometimes you get a sweet spot for something more middle of the road. It's like a comfort type of horror movie. Ones where it's not great, but it's not terrible. Something that's just easy to sit back and just watch. And then the late 90s and early to mid 2000s were great for these, particularly in terms of like ghost and haunted house movies. Movies that were good, but not, well, maybe not even good, but just okay enough to just put on and just be okay with. There's a lot of them that just hit that weird comfort zone, not being like really scary, but still being an enjoyable like horror film. And 2002's Ghost Ship falls into that for me. Ooh, hologram. Anyway, um, Ghost Ship. It's pretty much what it says. It's they a group of people get on a ghost ship and it's haunted. Yeah, it's a very basic film. So originally, apparently, this was supposed to be like more of a psychological thriller that was a Shining ripoff, but they didn't really stick to that, and because of that, one of the main actresses, uh, Juliana Margulies, disowned this movie. She did not like the new script. Babe, it's not a great script, but it's fine. So, I will say, Ghost Ship has one of the best opening scenes in a horror film for a while. It's all the fonts are done in like 60s love boat style. It's just this crew who's coming from Italy. Then we got a torch singer on there. Um, as the pretty much there's a bunch of dancing, and then a young girl played by Emily, a very young Emily A. Browning, uh, gets on the dance floor. A bunch of people get pulled there, and then there's a snap of a wire, and it cuts the entire people in half except for the little girl. And then everyone's dead except for the kid, and then flashes to modern day. It's one hell of a punch of an opening. And it's got to be the goriest scene in the film, and it's pretty well done. A little bit CG heavy for the bodies falling apart, and it's not great CG, but they do use some practical effects for the bodies on the ground, and that works okay. Now, our main group is a salvage team. Uh, they're essentially just off of a recent one when they're approached by a man named Ferriman, um, played by A. Desmond Harrington, and he has a proposition to, hey, there's this big ship, give me a cut, and I can show you where it is, and it looks like a big score. And it is. Apparently, this boat disappeared a long time ago. It's quite the salvage find. And as they go on to start trying to ascertain things just seem a little off. In fact, mostly with Juliana Margulies' character, Epps, starts seeing Emily Browning hanging around as this girl staring at them. But she's the one of the few ghosts that's not controlled by the evil presence here, and she's trying to warn them. Get out while you still can. But oh, their boat just blew up, and now they're all trapped on this ship, and this ship is slowly sinking, and maybe going to be hitting some rocks soon, so they have to repair this ship enough to escape. But at the same time, as this boat is full of angry ghosts, and someone seems to be trying to lure more people in, they're just repairing a ship that's essentially trying to collect souls and bring them down to hell. There's a lot going on to this. It's very complicated for a simple haunted boat movie. But the plot is kind of all over. But there's some decent scenes in here. The one of the angry ghosts seducing away what was his name? Greer, played by Isaiah Washington, is paid a very shining homage. Though the movie got a little bit of flack for ripping off The Shining with it, but they were trying to, I think, play up that light. I will say the movie, when they flash back to everything that happened to cause the ship to become a ghost ship, was kind of horrific of seeing this pretty much group on board, pretty much just executing everyone, including the little girl. So it gets creepy. It's a little intense there. But for the most part, it's a very basic wander around until something scary happens on a big boat. And now we have to fix the boat before the ghosts get us and before it sinks. It's not great, but it's a comfort movie. It's one of those you just put on and just can zone out to comfortably. This one I'll give it 5 MacGuffins. It's right in the middle. It's fine. It probably would be a little bit lower, but that opening scene is such a killer. It does keep it up there. And Emily Browning does a great job. Most of the characters are doing what they can to bring everything to this material. But there's only so much to work with here. But in an enjoyable kind of way. So yeah, that's what I can do for a ghost ship. All right, we're getting close to the end of my backlog, so see you guys soon.